we're going to be doing, obviously, the Snapchat logo. Now, this one's going to be a little bit interesting, but as you can see, it is possible, and I'll show you how. Let's get started. I'm going to drag one of these, I think it's called the round roof, and there it is. I'm going to drag it to make the top of the ghost. I click on this, and this is the one I'm looking for because this is the one that's going to turn this shape on its side, and I'm going to hit shift and click so that it will go to 90 degrees, and that moves it right there. I'm going to move it over here, but you know what, I see that it's going through the grid, so I want to click on this, and you know what, I'm just going to hit 0. It takes it to the very top of the grid. Now I get to see and compare and look at the numbers, and I can move that there. I'm going to drag this top part up a little bit, and this is where I give up because this would be way too much work. And look at this, see how intricate this is? That's a lot of work. So actually today I'm going to be showing you how not to do this because there is a shortcut. First thing is I'm going to show you how I got this shape without doing that much work. First of all, I did a search for an image of Snapchat and I downloaded this picture, and I'm going to show you what I did so I won't have to do that much work. So I downloaded that picture, and I'm going to go to something called onlineconvert.com, and this is not their homepage. I'm going to go to their homepage so you can see what it looks like when you get there. This is their homepage, and you want to convert an image to something that Tinkercad can work with. In fact, let me show you what your options are. Here in the import section up here, if you look carefully, it says here Tinkercad supports STL, OBJ, and SVG. Well, if you can create if you can transfer or convert a picture or an image into one of these, then it'll import into Tinkercad. I'm going to choose SVG because that's what worked for me. So, don't know what it stands for, but maybe ask someone smarter than myself because I don't know. So, I'm going to go to online-convert. I'm going to go to image convert, and I'm going to go to SVG. Now I'm going to go, it takes me here, and now I want to choose a file. Now, please do not click on this. This is an advertisement for something else, and these are advertisements. Just click on this one right here where it says drop files here. I'm going to choose my file, and earlier today I picked one. There it is. This is the one I downloaded earlier this morning. That's just a regular image. So there it is. It's converting while you're waiting, and you can just hit start conversion. Sorry, that was uploading. Okay, as you can see, this one says SVG. I'm going to download it, save it here. Download mode, I'm going to allow that. So a Snapchat example 1, that's the one I'll be picking up in a little bit. Oh, and it's twice. Okay, that's fine. So now I'm going to go back to Tinkercad, and I'm going to import, choose a file. I'll pick one, created right now, open, and that's what it's going to look like. All right, we're good. Now, here it's importing right now, as you can see, but look how big it is. So I'm going to hit shift and then click on this corner, and I'm holding shift while I do this. That way it stays the same size, and I'm going to drag it over here. Now I'm going to get a close-up by clicking on this. All right, so that is the beginning of the logo. I'm going to move these out of the way so I can just work on this. Now, as you can see, it is essentially a cookie cutter. All right, I mean, you could technically make this a cookie cutter, but we're not doing that right now. However, this is how you get the full shape that you want, not just the outline. Let me drag this over here, and there it is. The height of this thing is 1.5. So the height here, actually let me just adjust the box so it covers my whole thing here. I'm going to click on this center, excuse me, and it's going to be 1.5 so you can see it. I should probably make this box bigger so that there's some space like there is up here. And this is going to be, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to drag it. And there it is. Now you can't see it anymore because I hit the shift button, which made it also taller. Let's go 1.4 this time. Ooh, I hit 114. 1.4. There it is. All right, looks good, fairly centered. Don't really care about being perfectly centered at this point. But first step, I'm going to copy and paste this. I'm going to keep a separate one of these over here because my first step is to change this into a hole. All right, so that's step number one. Now, if I were to complete the two, or group the two, well, essentially you have the outline that you want. It's already there. Life is good. However, you can't just drag that piece you want. It's still connected to the outside. So let's get rid of the outside. I'm going to make another copy of this. And I do that quite a bit. I like making copies so I don't have to do the whole process over again when I'm trying to change it. I'm going to make that a whole, and here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to select it correctly. I'm going to try to get rid of the outside space here. I'm going to try to get rid of the space around that by creating emptiness around there. And I know what you're thinking. I already have plenty of emptiness on the inside, but this is good emptiness. All right, so obviously I'm missing something here. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. All right, I like that. So now, do the same thing, copy and paste, and I'll make this a little bit bigger. And another one, just a little bit, actually, let's make it a lot more bigger, or a lot bigger, just because, oh my goodness, it takes so much time to do this over and over again. I should probably speed it up, but I kind of like torturing you guys, making you watch me do this over and over again, and you have no control. Technically, you could just fast forward at the bottom to get to the end of this, but then you'll miss out on all my insights into life. I know, that's why you're here. I'm going to, again, do the same thing until I get rid of all the red around here. Now, I've done this like 3 or 4 times, and I could never get rid of all the red my first try. I have to do there's another part to this where you have to get rid of more of it, and I'm sure there are people at home thinking, you could have done this, you could have done that. Well, yes, I could have, but I didn't, and I'm not, so, Okay, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Sure, that's what they all say. And okay, one more, and that'll be it for these see-through ghosts, which is kind of redundant. But here it is. I'm going to group these right here. They're all selected, and most of it is gone. I know it seems like a lot. Now here's the thing: those things follow that thing everywhere it goes. So here's what I'm going to do. Oops, wrong one. I want this one. I'm going to do one of these. I'm going to copy and paste that and then move it down here. And then maybe change the angle. This is the angle I want to change, right there. And try to get rid of as many of those as possible. I don't like that angle. I'm going to change it a little bit more. Oh, that looks good. And then copy and paste that. Change the angle, this one here. Right there. And I think I got them all. Wow, that would be the fastest I've ever done this if it works out. And did it work out? Yes. Now, if you're not sure, if you see, like you think you might see some little extras, this box tells you where the very end of the shape lies. So this one's done. Now we're going to bring back our original. First of all, let's change the colors here. This should be white because we know snapshot is white. This one should be black. And we're good to go. Now let me check. I'm going to do a little bit of a close-up. Let's check. Is this good? It is not. Can you tell? Did you see what I saw? Yeah, you see that right there? Okay, I'm going to click this over to the left a little bit. And then down. And I think we should be good now. Let's check the bottom. Do you see any empty spaces around the edges? No, I think we nailed it. So now, just to complete the look of the actual snapshot, we're going to put a box around this. And of course, a box means that they're the same on every side. And I'll just change this to 1. All right. Now, just a printing tip. If you want to see the different layers, and technically you could change filaments to create these 3 different colors within the print, you want these 3 colors to be different sizes. So this yellow box, if I click on this, it tells me it's 1. Now I want the black one to be a little bit higher, and I want the white one to be higher than the black, so I'm going to change this to, let's just say 2. So when this prints and it finishes the yellow, I can change the filament, that's the plastic, to black when it starts printing the black area. And then when it's done with the black area, I'll change it to white to finish the look. And there you go. That is how you cheat by using online convert so that you don't have to do that much work. I know, it makes it so much easier. So if you like these videos, please subscribe and leave me a comment as to what I should be doing next, because I'm running out of ideas, but I'll think of something. Otherwise, leave me a comment and I'll pick something from one of your comments if you do. Thank you very much. Keep on tinkering.